self. We are so excited to have the Navy Commodores with us tonight. I'm going to hand things over to Bill Mulligan so he can start the show.
Thank you very much. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. To get started, would you please rise for the singing of our national anthem with musician first class Christine Sia.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? And now, from Washington, D.C., under the leadership of Senior Chief William Mulligan, the United States Navy Band Commodores.
Thank you very much. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are the United States Navy Band Commodores, celebrating our 48th year as the Navy's premier jazz ensemble. I'm Senior Chief Bill Mulligan. We're delighted to be here. It's John F. Kennedy's centennial today. And also, it's Memorial Day, a day for all of us as Americans to remember and honor our brave servicemen and women who have made the ultimate sacrifice in service to this country. I'm sure we have some veterans out here in the audience, do we? We have something especially for our veterans a little later in the show. John F. Kennedy was a Navy veteran. I'm sure you all know that. He commanded PT boats throughout the Pacific Theater during World War II. At the same time, in the same region, the Navy's dance band was led by none other than Chief Petty Officer Artie Shaw, famed big band leader and clarinetist. His entire band enlisted in the Navy after the bombing at Pearl Harbor, and they served throughout the Pacific Theater. So you never know. JFK might have heard that band during the war. We started the show tonight with a little taste of Artie Shaw's Traffic Jam and followed that immediately by something brand new to the Commodores. That was Artie Shaw's version of the Karaoke, and his original recording featured a young Buddy Rich on the drums. We featured a young musician first class, Kevin McDonald, on the drums from Greensboro, North Carolina. John F. Kennedy inspired the nation with a historic address to Congress in 1961, inspired the nation to send a man to the moon before the end of the decade. And in honor of that, our musical director, who I'd like you to meet right now, Chief Rob Holmes, has put together something that we like to call the Moon Medley. We're going to start with Fly Me to the Moon, Count Basie's classic version of Fly Me to the Moon. We'll follow that immediately with one from Duke Ellington and Billy Strayhorn. And incidentally, Duke Ellington's orchestra was one of the groups that President Kennedy sent abroad as jazz ambassadors, cultural ambassadors for the United States during his term in office. So we'd like to do one recorded by Duke Ellington on an album called Blues in Orbit, a song called Smada, and we will finish up with Henry Mancini's classic Moon River. We hope you enjoy our Moon Medley.
we're after the same rainbows and waiting round the bend, my huckleberry friend, Moon River and me. Two drifters off to see the world. There's such a lot of world to see. We're after the same rainbows and waiting round that bend, my huckleberry friend, Moon River and me. Thank you so much. Again, that was Moon River by Johnny Mercer and Henry Mancini, and it featured on trombone, musician first class, Dave Percal. Now, just like JFK, Ella Fitzgerald was born in 1917. So in honor of her centennial, we'd like to pay tribute to her in this next song. So from us to you, happy 100 years of Ella Fitzgerald, and I hope you like Deed I Do. Do I want you? Oh my, do I, honey? Did I do? Do I need you? Oh my, do I, honey? Did I do? I'm glad that I'm the one who found you. That Thank you so much. And on baritone saxophone behind me, our musical director, Chief Rob Holmes. Now, 1917 was also a very, very good year for Charlie Chaplin. And now I'd like to leave you all on a positive note with a song of his. So I hope that you enjoy Charlie Chaplin's Smile. Smile, though your heart is aching. Smile, even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in that sky, you'll get by. And if you smile through your fears and sorrow, smile and maybe tomorrow you'll see that sun come shining through for you. Light up your face with gladness, hide every trace of sadness, although a tear may be ever so near. You must smile, you must keep on trying. Smile, what's the use of crying? You'll find that life is still worthwhile if you just smile though your heart is aching. Smile even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you'll get by. And if you smile through your fears and sorrow, smile, and maybe tomorrow you'll see that sun come shining through for you. Light up your face with gladness, hide every trace of sadness, although a tear may be ever so near. You must smile, you must keep on crying. Smile, what's the use of crying? You'll find that life is still worthwhile if you just smile. Thank you so much. And on trumpet, that was musician first class John Barnes. Thank you, everyone. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Isn't she great? Originally from Long Island, New York. Once again, that's musician first class, Christine Sia. What a fantastic audience. You know, we would love it if you would follow the Navy Band, and it's very easy to do via our website. The web address is www.navyband.navy.mil, M-I-L. Don't worry if you can't remember that later. If you do a Google search for Navy Band, those two words, we're still the very first thing that pops up. Lots of free music available on the website. Also, we have lots of performance videos. You can check out all the units of the United States Navy Band on the website and also on our YouTube channel. You can also view upcoming performance schedules for all the units of the band. I'm sure we have people visiting from all over the country here today. We all go on a national tour once a year. All the units of the United States Navy Band go on a national tour, so we should be appearing in your hometown in the very near future. We'd love it if you came back out. If you come to hear the Commodores, we always play a different program each and every time we leave the historic Washington Navy Yard to go out and perform. So I promise you'll always hear something you haven't heard us play before. You can also follow the band on Facebook. You can follow us on Twitter. And we have a great publication called The Fanfare that our Public Affairs Office puts out every other month. You can sign up to receive that on the website. You can also take one home today as a souvenir. A few members of the band will be down here in front of the stage as quickly as they can get there following the last notes. Please come on up and say hello, and they'll give you a copy of The Fanfare to take home with you. I mentioned earlier in the show that President Kennedy sent the Duke Ellington Orchestra abroad as cultural ambassadors. He also sent Pops, Satchmo. He sent Louis Armstrong and his group all around the world to represent America and this classic American music. We'd like to do something right now. This will feature chief musician Tim Stanley in the role of Louis Armstrong. Here is Struttin' with Some Barbecue. From the beautiful city of Belleville, Illinois, that is chief musician Tim Stanley. Isn't that great? A great song. We also featured our lead alto saxophonist from Pensacola, Florida, senior chief musician Steve Williams. There's a few members of the ensemble you've not yet met. Before we go any further, I'll take just a moment and introduce them to you, let you know where they're from. Starting with the gentleman making it possible for you to hear my voice. We play so many different venues throughout the year, from intimate theaters to large auditoriums, beautiful spaces here at the Kennedy Center. No matter where we go, he gets the sound just right. He's from Concord, North Carolina. That's chief musician Scott Shepard. While we're out it, how about a round of applause for all the staff here at the Millennium stage? Thank you for everything you do 365 days a year. They make it so easy to come in here and play. We love coming here. Back in our trumpet section, from Lafayette, Louisiana, musician first class Tyler Meir. Right next to him on lead trumpet from Glendale, Arizona, musician first class Thomas Eby. From Coatesville, Pennsylvania, musician first class Benjamin Ford on the slide trombone. From Hemet, California, chief musician Jennifer Krupa. From Hollidaysburg, Pennsylvania, where every day's a holiday, on the bass trombone, Master Chief Matt Neff. Our leading chief petty officer from Boston, Massachusetts, on the double bass, this is chief musician Peter Revell. Originally all the way from Buenos Aires, Argentina, on this beautiful Steinway piano, this is musician first class Dan LaMaestra. On guitar, to this point, he's the first and only second-generation Commodore. His father, Randy Purcell, played trombone in the original edition of this band way back in 1969. We are so pleased they've made it a family tradition. From Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, musician first class Sean Purcell. And I saved these two tenor players for last because you're about to hear from them. On one end, we have Master Chief Musician Philip Burlin from Baltimore, Maryland. And from Miami, Florida, Senior Chief Musician Luis Hernandez. Now, I mentioned at the top of the show that Artie Shaw and his band, they were all musicians in America's Navy. Around the same time, towards the tail end of World War II, one of the trumpet greats, who later went on to fame with both Count Basie and Duke Ellington, the one and only Clark Terry, served as a musician with the United States Navy with a band based at Great Lakes, Illinois. And in Pearl Harbor, at the tail end of the World War II, one of the legends of jazz, John Coltrane, actually made his very first recordings with a Navy band called the Melody Masters. We would like to feature a bit of music now from the one and only John Coltrane, featuring our two tenor players. This is John Coltrane's Moment's Notice. John Coltrane's Moment's Notice, once again from Greensboro, North Carolina, musician first class Kevin McDonald on the drums. Master Chief Musician Philip Burlin. Senior Chief Musician Luis Hernandez. America's Navy operates forward, on watch around the world, around the clock, ready to protect and defend America's interests at home or abroad. As you can tell, I think we are very proud to serve as musicians in America's Navy. There's quite a legacy here, and we love coming out and performing for you. Like I said earlier in the show, I'm sure we have people from all over the country here today. We'd love to come out to your hometowns and perform for you, and you can help make that happen. We need to hear from you. You can send your comments to our Public Affairs office. You can also post your comments to our Facebook page. Just let them know that you came out and you enjoyed the show and you'd like to have the Commodores come out and perform for you, and I'm certain we can make that happen. Right now, by show of hands, where, once again, are our veterans? Thank you for your service. Thank you for joining us today on Memorial Day. To close out today's performance, we're going to pay tribute to you, our veterans. We're going to play the service songs, the songs associated with each branch of the armed forces. When you hear your song, please stand up and be recognized. If you have a family member who served or is serving in that branch, please stand up as well. We'll all thank you with a round of applause. In closing, here's our Armed Forces Salute.
The United States Coast Guard. The Marine Corps. The United States Air Force.
Thank you, veterans. Ladies and gentlemen, the United States Navy Band Commodores. Thank you very much. You know, I see by the clock on the wall, I think we have time for one more. Would you like one more? Thank you. You've been fantastic. We look forward to performing for you again. But it is Memorial Day. We can't think of a more appropriate way to say goodnight than by performing America the Beautiful. Once again, here's MU1 Christine Sia.
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountains, majesties above the fruited plains. America, America, God shed his grace on thee and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. Oh, beautiful for heroes proved in liberating strife, more than self, their country love, and mercy more than life. Oh, America, America, may God thy glory find, till all success be nobleness and ever gain thee behind. Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountains, majesties above the fruited plains. America, America, God shed his grace on thee and crowned thy good with brotherhood from the sea to shining sea, yeah, 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 from sea to shining sea.
Musician first class, Christine Sia. Ladies and gentlemen, the United States Navy Band Commodores. Thank you very much. You've been great. We'll see you next time. Good night.